hi everybody. Do it this way. This is, I've already gessoed this, and it's just some, you know, just a bond from a scrapbook. And I've been collecting blue things and making lots of different things out of blue for a journal. So I thought what I'd do is make a larger background that I can print off, copy, have a play with, you know, just add lots of different things to, or add two different things. So I was using tissue paper, so I might actually end up using a variety of a bit unorganised. A variety of glues. I've got my glue stick, some Mod Podge. That's probably all I'll need for now. Yeah. So it's a windy day here in Melbourne. It's blowing a bit of a breeze out there. Nope, I haven't got any toilet paper. Well, I haven't been able to purchase any. Our shops, local shops, have been out for 2 weeks here. So even though it's a bit of a joke, I think I've got enough for another week, but then there'll be a bit of a problem. People with their mad panicking. And as you know, in Australia we've all got a bit of a wacky sense of humour about that sort of thing. But, well, I think I've been, oops, I'm off camera. What else do I want? I might get a bit of this. Yep, anyway, we've got a bit of a wacky sense of humour about all this sorts of thing, because we kind of think people who buy up are a little bit silly, and also you know, there's that care for the older people, the people in the world who need support for things like that. Anyway, yep, that's what's going on here in Australia. Get my bone folder. Why did I choose blue? Well, I don't know. I think I've been making journals and I haven't been doing any YouTubes about them, and just every so often I think, you know, your creativity just says, what can I do now? And something will jump out at you, and in this case it was a pile of, actually, this blue tissue paper, which was wrapped a couple of years ago, was wrapped around a gift from my daughter, which was a Donna Hay, what was it? I think it was a set of egg-shaped mixing bowls, maybe? Anyway, it was a gift from my daughter, and I've hung on to this beautiful blue tissue paper for a while. And now I'm using it. Did I stick that down? Oh, I didn't. Did I? No, I didn't even adhere. Come on. Don't usually have that problem. I think it must be the gesso and the glue stick. Oh. Perhaps I should use the Mod Podge. No. Oh well. Keep on keeping on. flatmate just got home. Hopefully that doesn't mean that one of the cats has come in and is going to sit there and scratch at my door. Because that's kind of annoying when that happens. Trying to think if anything exciting has happened lately. Yeah, something did. I just had a delivery of these Matisse. You can see that. Inks, which are light fast, and when they dry they're water resistant. So I'll be having a play with those soon, which will be good. Get a bit of fun. Loving putting these bits of ocean in here. Too windy to go to the beach today. But, don't mind going to the beach at times. Have a good swim. Get that salt water in. Have a bit of a sniff of the salt water up your nose. Get rid of your coronavirus. Yeah, only joking. Of course. Not really. I wasn't going to bring up coronavirus, but I just did. Why did I bring up coronavirus? I don't want to talk about coronavirus. Okay. Well, oh dear, really shouldn't have done glue stick today. The tissue paper might have to go over the top. What else have I got in here? Some of this. I love, you know, when you just do this on your wet paint and or inks, and it goes on, and we always have these toweling kitchen papers that have this amazing pattern on, and I really enjoy it, so I like to use it. But I'll definitely need the Mod Podge for that. So let me just stick down some more. Do the Mod Podge stuff first. Oh, some stars. now that I'm thinking about it, if I had have thought I was going to do more collaging and paperwork, I probably wouldn't have gessoed it from the start, but I know that generally once I get going I'll end up Mod Podging a whole heap of tissue paper and napkin stuff over the top and spraying it with water and inking it and all kinds of things. So yes, I think maybe I had the right idea after all. It's bucketing down now, pouring its little heart out up there. The clouds. No. What else have I got? Sure, I have more than that. A bit more stars. Well, I think this was actually snow, this bit. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Okay, let's put that here. And if something, if something doesn't look like it doesn't quite match, it's not too bad because, if the toning is a bit off or something with the colour, when you end up putting over things like the tissue paper, it changes it anyway. Well, I don't know if you can hear it, but it's really pouring out there. nice different varieties of shades and tones. Love it. Actually, put a bit of that. I always like to put a little bit of my own artwork. Why not? I've been going through old folders and finding some old works that have just been sitting in there, and they're, you know, like bits off the edge of printing. When I was doing my printmaking degree, or diploma actually, it's actually been quite fun going through all the old bits and pieces, seeing what I can find. Look, a couple more spots. Actually, I think put in a bit of type. The thing is everything's, you know, every day is different. Some days you don't want any typing, and other days you just go, why not? Oh, that's nice. It goes right around the edge of that. Actually, I don't really like that colour too much. So, still a bit here. I seem to have. I might actually cut that bit up. Okay, it's getting covered up. That might do it. I'll just pause for a bit while I look for some more tissue paper. Okay, I've got some tissue paper, more. Got this bit. Let's put that there. Let's get on coating of Mod Podge. See what we can do here. Oh, sorry, handing away. And the wrinkles in the background are great because they give you little places for ink or acrylics or watercolours to run into once they've dried. Try and get it covered. And it goes transparent, so you can still see the background through it. But of course we can add some gesso a bit later to bring back anything that's standing out too much. Okay, what do you reckon? Some over here. More. Oops. Go over the edges a bit here and cover. I can cut these edges off after. Of course, it doesn't have to be everywhere. It's up to you. If you're crafting along, you can make a decision about what you like. It's part of the creative journey. Actually, we'll leave it to dry overnight because it's going to need that time to dry off and become a bit more solid so we can work over the top. A little bit more. Down here. Slipping around. Red back a bit. Okay, I think that's enough for that. Now to just be left to dry. If you're interested, these were the red and the blue inks. The Ines and Elia inks. I'm just using this Mod Podge, but I got a really small one because I hadn't used it before, really. You know, for what, 20 or 30 years I have been using the Liquitex, but I got the gloss, and I do like the gloss, I love the gloss, but this is the matte Mod Podge, so I may in fact get the Liquitex matte next time, I don't know, we'll wait and see. See, just before I go to let that dry for the evening, I will just grab some of the blue things I've been making. Just to show you. Oh, okay, here they are. So, first thing I was making was, I found this book at the, well, you know, we call it an op shop in Australia. It's like the, you know, second-hand shop. And I found this old book with all this information about the Olympics. So I was pulling out the pages and thought that was quite funny, water polo. But it was from, you know, it's old. It's from the modern Olympic Games. And the thing about it is it wasn't modern, it was back to the 1900s with all the facts. And this is from a we've got op shops which are second-hand shops over here, but we've also got $2 shops, so you know, where you can just get all kinds of stuff. Sometimes I get some cheap art supplies from there, but anyway, this was from one of those little colouring book things, so I've made a pocket and used this ink. So it's a bit tealy, it's not blue. The edging is stays on. I think my stamp's covered up what the colour is, but it's blue anyway. It's a sort of blue. And yeah, so I did 4 of those because I think I might do four junk journals. So that'll be one for each. And then what I did was I photocopied, I scanned them in so I can, I'm going to upload them as digis, and then I printed out what can be folded to use as pages, or I'm thinking I will cut through here, paste this down, and then that will be a pocket, but smaller size. Yeah, so that can be a page in your signature. So one thing about my printer is I can say how many I want to a page. So this one, I asked for 4 to a page. So I've got little tiny ones if I want to do a little A5 book. I've already cut some out. Water polo, there you go. And then I was on a bit of a roll, so I found some cards and decided to make some little tags and cards using some of the other scraps of blue that I had. This has got the tissue paper underneath. So there's a couple of those. I've also scanned them in, they'll probably be part of the digi. There. They're a bit of fun. And on the back I just put some, now this wasn't coffee stain paper, this was, my flatmate does a food prep for the week. She cooked up a whole heap of beetroot, so I thought I'd test out the beetroot wash. So it didn't come out red like I thought it would. Didn't quite come out the way, but it sort of looks like coffee stain or tea stain. And a stamp, so they're all like that. So they're all little pockets, little tag things that can go into journals for writing on the back. And that's about it for now until this is dried tomorrow, which will probably be, maybe I'll do a part 2. Leave it to dry. Okay, well, have a good day. I'll speak to you later. Bye. Hi everybody, I'm back. This is well and truly dried. I think I missed a day or two doing other things. Oops, bumped the table. That'll be shaky cam again. Okay, but I'm just gonna trim up these excess bits here. Now for me, the aim is to bring it back a little bit, make it a little bit more interesting. Yes, I've got my gloves on because I actually do have a lowered immunity, so I've kind of getting a bit used to wearing them when I go to the supermarket. I feel a bit weird doing that, but oh well, better to be safe, isn't it? Okay, and today, when I started this video, it was raining and pouring the other day, and now today, in typical Melbourne style, it is a gorgeous, gorgeous warm day. And I can hear the van, the ice cream van, going up and down the street. That might make some people happy. Not let that dry too much. I do this. So what I like about these collages and putting a bit of gesso over the top is just the variety. See, all the tissue paper now, all the cracks are getting covered with the gesso and soaking in. And also, don't forget, I did put the what did I put? Mod Podge, didn't I? Yeah, the matte Mod Podge over the top. Bring up a bit of the, pull that back a bit there, a bit more blue. So, well, this was on A3 size, and my photocopier only does A4 size, so I don't know how other people are doing it. Maybe they've got massive, maybe they've got bigger photocopiers, scanners than I have. Well, I'm wondering, maybe I should take it to Officeworks to scan it. Anyway, what else do I want to put on here? I think that before I do anything else, I like to dry it off and scan it, and then I'll add some more things, and then I've got a scan of this as it is, which I really like to do, and then I like to add other layers and scan again, and then that way with the DigiKit you get a variety of the different build-up of layers for different options for crafting and for collaging. So maybe I'm going to pause that there too, and this will be one of those bits and pieces videos where I stop and start and stop and start. Okay, I will be back.